welcome to Add More Zest. My name's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147, and I have finished doing my Diamond Art Studio painting of I Choose You, so I will show you that. But firstly, I want to put the diamonds away. I have a little two-placer in there. I did try for a little bit, but yeah, I think I tried it on the wrong section, to be honest, and ended up going back to a single placer. But I have quite a few diamonds to put away. I do have some that I didn't touch, so I didn't touch those 823, and I actually have 2 full pots of a 3865 as well that I didn't end up touching. So I do need to get all of those away. They are square diamonds, so therefore I will be checking my Heaven and Earth design box firstly. I have 2 Heaven and Earth design paintings on the go. It's mainly this one that I am still keeping hold of the diamonds for. This one I have now got all the diamonds, and this is going to be my 2023 mission to finish this, because I'm about halfway, which I think is about there. I still have the rest to do of that one, but I do have a box that they go in, and here they are. So 3865, I do actually already have what you could call gazillions, and while I know, see, that one looks a bit more like 5200 than 3865. Some of these, see, that looks more like 3865 to me than that. So for some of these, what I have done is I have popped them in a separate bag when the colour is more of the creamy colour than the white colour. Just because on the Heaven and Earth design painting, with it being such a big area, I do find that it can make a little bit more difference between the creamy white and the whiter white. Don't even know if I'm going to fit these all in. Ooh, so that has pretty much filled my bag with the 2 extras, but I do only have a few in here. So let's pop those in as well. And then I do need to create a sticker for these, but let's take these off so far. I also have an AB that I need to sort out. Oh, those stickers come off nicely. So I try and keep everything I may need in here. So I already have a sheet. So let's just grab the handiest pen and 3865. I don't use my sheets that have the pre-printed DMC numbers for this, because otherwise I would use about 10 or 15 packs of it just to get the 3865s out of it, and to me that seems a little bit of a waste. So let's have another look. Oh, actually, I've just realised that while I went straight to the 5200, for the other colours, I've put them in an order that makes sense to me while doing the painting, rather than DMC order. So let's get these into DMC order. So I've got 2 lots of 823. Now, I did only have a few in there. I just didn't find I reached for this second pot. So I had plenty of diamonds left, but let's tip that out because that's one out of the equation. And let's get these into an order. Let's get in my sticker off of this one, which is one of my own. And I have taken out quite a few of the little pieces of dryer sheet as I've been going along for this one. So first off, I tend to group the 3000s together. I tend to split those up once I've done the rest. So 800, 900, that's an AB. So we'll do that completely separate. 100s, 200s, 4, 9. They're all 3000s. 700s. 7, 6. I may have to shuffle some of these along. That's the 3,000. Let me just grab out a few that I can see straight up of the 3,000s. Makes it a little bit easier to see some of the rest. 8, 9s, 3s, 3 10s, 7, 9. We have got a 5, 2, last few, 3,900, 500. There we go. So now I have my diamonds in an order that I can read a little bit easier. So let's have a look. 169 I don't have. 317, 318 I do. So 318 is one that's used in my Heaven and Earth design. As I say, it is sort of a black and white image. So we do have mainly black, white, grey, and then there is a little bit of green in that painting as well. Get my stickers off. In fact, I'm going to use that piece of dryer sheet. It's got one little corner that didn't want to come off. 414, 415, 762, 3072. This is where we may have a problem. So I have got 3072, and this is one that is a little bit of a hint of green, which you often find in black and white paintings, and it is actually needed. It's the colour, that and purple, green and purple are the two colours that you find in a black and white painting that can surprise you, but that are needed. So 3799, no, 3865 I've already done, 5200 we don't have that. Okay, so that is my Heaven and Earth design box done. I didn't put my stickers back. Let's pop my stickers back. Slip those back in. I do also have a run here, though these are extras for my big painting, but they're not actually needed to have any more, and because I already know that, we'll take that out of the equation. Next one I'm actually going to deal with is my 310s. My 310s in my spare storage is more than full, and this is where I now keep my extras. Excuse me. Oh, I might have another. Oh, came out of nowhere, that one. Yeah, this is where I keep my extra 310s. I have quite a few. Don't let this bag fool you. It looks like it's not that full, but believe me, that is a lot of diamonds if you try and put them in baggies or pots. But it's one of the most popular colours. So that's the only real one that I keep in something completely different. And I've just realised I do have some little bits sticking to the bottom of this pot. So on the basis that my rug in my craft room needs hoovering, I've just flipped them onto the floor. Quickest way to deal with it. So now we have all the rest that are going into my standard spare storage, apart from my ABs, which I'll deal with in a moment. So the first box is my 100s to 600s. I have 3 boxes for my square diamonds. 152 is first. 152 is full. So that one is full to the brim. So I'll put that aside and that can go in my extras. 158. So I've not had that one in my spares before, which means it's probably in my other Heaven and Earth design, but I now have enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that one in. The symbol is going to go, but I'm going to keep the sticker so that I can update my logbook with it at the end. So we've got some of those now, and then 161, I've still got room in that one, so let's pop these in. You can join your buddies. So yeah, this spare storage system I came up with 4, maybe 5 years ago. Right near when I sort of first started diamond painting. People had a few different options for storing their spares. A lot of people used the binder method, using baseball card holders in a binder. However, I found when I put my spares in it, it was either a matter of I had the sides, the binder, I either find that the numbers I had like made the top corner too thick or maybe the bottom corner too thick. I did lose a few packets out of the top. And I also found that by the time I had a few of a certain colour of diamonds, yeah, the binder just didn't sit right. It was, you couldn't have it closed. It just ended up expanding where it looks like a V. And yeah, I wasn't liking it. So I did come up with this storage system quite a few years ago. And this has grown with me as my diamond painting has grown. Once it's set up, it can just expand with you. Originally, I used to just dekit into baggies. So I'd dekit my diamonds into baggies and I'd just slot the baggies in there. So I'd have maybe 3 or 4 baggies per colour for some colours. I did then take the decision though, later on, there's one stuck in there. I did take the decision later on to limit myself to 1 bag of diamonds per colour. So I do have an extra box that I give away to people that need diamonds. And I did take the decision to mix them. So I do have 2 different shades in there. That's fine by me. Because if I use these for a project where I've run out of diamonds, the company that I'm trying to match the diamond to could have this peachy colour or they could have the pinky colour. But I can just tip them into a tray and decide which is the best match for what I need and go from there. So yeah, I now have a very pretty storage. It's not 4-1, it's 413 I need. That one's full as well. So let's put that one over there. 451. I have room in this one. So yeah, I took the decision to go for 1 bag per colour. Again, I've got a couple of different shades in there. Most of them are the same one, but there is a colour that's slightly different. But as I say, if I run out, which colour is it going to be that they're going to want? Who knows? So they're both together. I also used to keep, I know some people still do, keep some certain companies' diamonds separate or keep resin diamonds separate to others. But the great thing with this system is you can expand it and spread out your boxes to suit you and what you want to store diamonds wise, and it can well and truly grow with you. And you can have it how you want. See, lot 518 there, that's a different colour to what the last one was. But who's to know when I run out which one I will need. If I do a Heaven and Earth design project, like my 2 that I've got, for the whites, it's very easy with the amount of whites that I have to choose, you know, the creamier shade or the whiter shade and to stick with that through the painting. But with my big large tree, I've chosen an image that actually, if I had 2 different shades of colours, and some of them I actually have 3 or 4 different shades, it doesn't matter. It actually doesn't affect the image if my shades are slightly different between the 2. They still both work well. So I really don't mind mixing them up. But some people do, and they keep separate bags according to the shades under the same number. And that's why I think this system has been adopted by so many people to use now, because they can make it unique to them while still following the same system. And of course the fact that it now looks pretty with my little labels and all that sort of stuff just makes my heart sing instead. Right, first box is done. So that's my 100s to 600s. Then we have my fullest box. So this box is pretty full. I have a little bit of a room to expand my 800s, but my 900s are chock-a-block. I may even have to do a little bit of a rearrange of my boxes soon, because these 900s are seriously chock-a-block. So let's just put my 700s in order while there's a few of them. So 712 is full and there's quite a few diamonds in there. So we'll move them to my others. 775. We can add some in there. So I've already got some pale blue and some pale green, and these are a pale green. So they can all go in together. These stickers are really easy to peel off. Don't think I'll have to clean my bottles when I'm done. Then we want 794. That's another one that I don't have in my spares, so that makes me think that this too was a colour I had in my Heaven and Earth design. My logbook will tell me when I update that in a moment. Okay, and then 798. Pretty full, but there is still room for these very few that I have in here. Don't need too many extras of those. It's amazing how many colours now that I have that are quite full. After quite a few years of diamond painting, I have definitely collected quite a few diamonds. Far too many diamonds in some instances, but I do still have a Heaven and Earth design canvas that I need to do. It is one that I bought directly from Heaven and Earth. They actually now offer the canvas with the chart printed on it, rather than working off the chart onto a blank canvas. So if you fancy giving one of them a go, but don't like the idea of working on a blank canvas, that is an option for you. 823 is full as well. Okay. Let's put those in order. So yeah, I do still have that, and it is my plan at some point in the new year. I'm not sure when I'm going to do that video, but I do want to start pulling out the colours that are in that canvas and putting them in my Heaven and Earth design box with my other one, so that when I am dekitting like I have done now, I can start pulling out those colours. So when I am ready to do that canvas, I have the colours there. Oh, that one's too full for that many as well. Okay, 966, we can fit that one in. Told you I had a lot of 900s. I have loads of them. So yeah, watch out for that video while I do a big organisation to get ready my Heaven and Earth design for my canvas. I'm not sure if Megan would want me to get hers ready as well. 996. I think we'll put that in my extras as well. Considering my 900s are so full, that bag is borderline full. So we'll put those in my extras and save the very little gap I have in that bag for maybe a painting that doesn't need any to go in my other box. Because that'll save a step, won't it? And then last, but by no means least, I have my 3000s. It's my 3800s that are pretty full. The others have got some wiggle room. So the first thing I need to do is sort these out. That's still my AB, so I'll do that in a moment. So we've got 3 7s, 3 8s, 3 0, and 3 8s. We've got 3 3s, 3 8. Doesn't help that they're all now twisted round in different ways. 3 7, 3 8, 3 7, 3 6, 3 7, and 3 3. So we'll start with these two. So we have 3031. I actually don't have that many in there, but this again was one that I'm using for my Heaven and Earth design. So most of my spares have gone to that. So I'm actually collecting up quite a few more of them already by quite rapidly, considering that bag is nearly full. And then we have 3064, which is right near the end. Just pop those in. So that's my 3000s. I much prefer the shorter numbers though. A lot easier to remember. So 3064. Then I've got my 3 3s. So I've got 3348. It's not many 3 3s, as you can see by the amount of cards. I do have a card for each and every DMC number used in diamond painting. Some of the lists on the internet, I actually have more numbers than some of the lists on the internet. And I actually have diamonds to match them as well. So it's quite an extensive list that I have. 3371. So this is definitely one of those colours that is in my Heaven and Earth design box. But because I have enough, I'm now going to start a collection in my spares. So let's pop the number there so we can update my logbook. And then 36, there is like 7 numbers in the 36 range. And I want 3688. This may or may not be in my Heaven and Earth design. I'm not sure. It's not a popular number as far as it appears in loads of diamond paintings. But I'm not sure if it's a new to me number or not. Stay tuned. We shall find out once we've put these away. So now 374, 5, and then 6. So 3743. Nice, gorgeous, sort of dusky purple, I'd say. Pinky purple. I have really enjoyed working on I Choose You, I must say. I've now moved over to work on my Kudiel's mystery painting at the moment until I kit up my next large one, which is coming. I'm hoping to kit it up once I finish this, because I do set myself a mini rule, which more often than not happens. It's only occasionally something stops it from happening, is that I must de-kit a kit before I kit up the next one. And I have been known to finish both my large paintings and my small paintings, you know, within a time period before I've had chance to de-kit. And often I have decided to get out like a special diamond painting or an off the canvas item, just so that I de-kit before I kit up. I just do something else instead until I get chance. But yeah, I will be kitting up a large painting after this, and I'm really excited because that's my favourite thing to do. I do prefer, I know some people like both, and I enjoy both. I like the tidiness of de-kitting and putting everything away, but I love kitting up more. I think it's because of the excitement of a new activity to do, a new picture to do, new diamonds, new colours, new symbols to figure out. I just love it. But yeah, I really enjoyed doing I Choose You. I have moved on to my Kudiel's mystery painting at the moment, which I'm going to try to get done before I actually start on my next large painting, though I think that's going to be hard, because as much as I'm enjoying the mystery, and the diamonds do fit together without leaving big gaps, but they aren't resin diamonds, and I am truly noticing the difference. I did mention this in a whip and chat over Christmas, but I'm noticing with many resin diamonds, if you think you've got your square or your round, and I think this is the biggest difference that I seem to personally be noticing between some of the premium canvases and some of those that aren't, is that the shape tapers off sooner with the cheaper ones. So with a square, so say this was the edge of your square, the back of it that hits the painting. I find that with the premium, they go across and they taper down nicely, you know, and then they fit snug. Whereas I find, and this is an exaggeration, but with some of the cheaper ones, they just go down a lot quicker. So there's, I don't know, the definition is just slightly different between some of them, and it's not bad, and the painting still looks beautiful when it's done, and as I say, there's no gaps, they go together, but there is just a different level of enjoyment with it. But yeah, I am planning on finishing my mystery painting before I start the next large one, but once it's kitted up, I may end up changing my mind. I may end up feeling as though I just really, really want to. I might actually squeeze in, and this will be a video that's scheduled before this one, but I may do my stash video, my current stash video that would have already been up according to how I've scheduled it. My current stash, I may do that video before I kit up my next one, just so that it gives me a little bit more time to do some more of my mystery painting, because I'm currently doing videos before I go away for showing while I go away. And the plus is I go away with everything nice and tidy and a gorgeous painting to either start before I go away or have ready to do when I get back, is the plan. But tidy up time first. Okay, 3860, and we are on the last one in here. This one's pretty full, but it's not quite bursting yet. So let's pop those in. Get them to all shuffle down so that they sit nicely. As I say, they're getting rather full. Okay, so that is the diamonds away in my standard boxes. Then what I also have is, this is my giveaway pass on, dependent on what's needed when I get a chance to go on the group set of diamonds. These are my round ones and these are my squares. So I was going to update my logbook, but I think I like the idea of clearing these diamonds away first. So 152. I have some bags here of 152. In fact, I have two of them. So let's add those in. couple that are stuck. Stubborn little so-and-sos. So we've already got a bag for those. Again, I do write the labels for these because then I find, especially because I'm going to have like multiple 152s and stuff. So next we have 413, and I already have bags for these. And they're just grouped in hundreds. I don't have individual cards for each one because it would take up quite a lot of the space in this box. So, and I keep them in these, and then if somebody only needs, say they only needed 10, I just tip out a few, give them of course more than what they need, and send them on their way. So then we've got 700s. I don't have a 712 because my biggest number here is 318. What I do have I got a square one? Yep, it's in there. It's just tucked in. Little sheet of stickers. And then some spare baggies. That's what I was trying to find. So 712. We'll create a sticker and create a bag. Oh, and try not to make a mess. I just took the top off that one and then promptly nearly threw it all over myself. Surprised that I didn't lose more diamonds than I did. So 712, and we'll add that in to the rest. Get my little stickers off. So 712, and that can go at the beginning of the 700s. Then we have 823, which I do have a bag for. 823. There are some colours that I have a huge abundance of in here. I really need to go on the Facebook group again and see who may need some, or maybe put a list up of what I have. 900, so we have 939, which, yeah, I was pretty sure I had bags of 939. I have so many 939s now, yet when I started my big Heaven and Earth design, if you've seen that video from a few years ago, I actually ended up running out of 939. And then 996, I also have a bag for these. Oh, I've missed out on 900. I'll go back to that one. Let's get this one boxed off. Okay, 996. Then 959. I actually have a bag for that as well. So you can tell most of these are colours that, even though the bag is very nearly full in the spares, and if there was only a few of them, I'd get away with putting them in. Once I start having a load of numbers that need to go in this spares, I tend to sway towards it. Okay, 3 6s, 3 7s. So 3752, I have a bag for. Albeit this is a different shade of 3752. But it can go in the same one, and if need be, I would send somebody both of those so that they could match them up according to what suited them. So 3752, pop my stickers back in round and square, for depending on what I'm dekitting. Job done. So that's those away, and then ABs. ABs is my last one. So where's my bag of square ABs? They're round, which means they're square. So this is how I store my ABs. Store them in our little silver holographic bags that we sell in the shop that come with a book ring. and I have all my ABs on here. So I want my 5200 ABs. Now my ABs I actually store by colour. They tend to go in colour shades. So if I take off my 5200, and then I actually have the code for Diamond Art Club as well on there. So if I'm dekitting a Diamond Art Club, I can look for their AB code, and the DMC code is already there. I don't have it on them for all of them. I have it on for any AB that I've had from Diamond Art Club before. Diamond Art Studio use the DMC number, which is great because that's universal. So there we go. Take that ABs off. Pop them back on my bag. You see I actually used up an AB that I had. I used it up doing my Paint Gem Minis. And that can get hung back up. It's hung on the bottom of my pegboard. They're all in a little row, so they're right next to me. So that gets my case done. I don't see any rogue beads floating around. So I'm going to zip that one up, and that can go back on my shelf. What I need to do now is update my logbook. And I forget which one has my spares in it. It is this one. This is the one. I have two logbooks because I have one with my completed projects in. Sorry, this one with my completed projects, but then with my list of spares. And then I have a thicker one with my stash in it. Oops. But let's update these. So if I go for my squares, and if I go to 158, it has a H next to it, which means it is a diamond that was in my Heaven and Earth designs. But I can now say that it is in my spares as well. And the reason I popped a H in, and I put it in with pencil on purpose, is that if I ever ran out of a diamond for a project, I can look at this list and I know whether I'm looking in my spares box, whether I'm looking in my Heaven and Earth design diamonds to see if I can pinch some from there, or whether I don't have it at all. It's my quick reference. So the next one is 794. That is also a Heaven and Earth design diamond, but I now have it in my normal spares, so that can come out. Then we have 3371. Where are we? There. I knew that was definitely a Heaven and Earth design one because it's a brown that I remember placing down. This is the questionable one. 3688. Oh, it is in my Heaven and Earth designs. I don't have it in rounds, so maybe it isn't like a popular colour. But it is one that's in my Heaven and Earth designs, and it's now in my spares. There's not many that I don't have. There is a few that I don't have in either rounds or squares, but then there is a few, like 3341, I don't have in squares, but I actually have in rounds, which is unusual because primarily I do more squares than rounds. But I guess that's just the look of the drawer, isn't it? Spares ABs 5200 was not a new one. So I already have listed in here, if I get to my 5200s, I already have those in both square and round because they're quite popular. I also have them in the Diamond Art Club code in both as well. But this is my go-to if I run out, because there is no point in flipping through the boxes to find an empty bag, or to find an empty bag but then realise that actually all my spares are in my Heaven and Earth design boxes. So I go to this first to see where I'm up to. But spares are updated, case is empty. I need to show you the painting. I nearly said bye then. That's no good. I need to actually show you what the painting looked like finished. Let me get my book back in my tote. Get myself the space to show you guys it all finished. So let's pop that away. I have it on a hook above my desk. Here is, I popped it in here to keep it safe. So let's put my case away. Let's open up this little beauty and show you what this one, if I don't trash everything else, looks like completed. So I roll it outwards, keeps the diamonds safe, stops them popping it off, and I do have a piece of foam that it wraps round. But look, if you look, that's right at the bottom. This is the section I did last, and it's actually got a lot less 3865 than I thought. I think I just saw the pattern here, that's lots of it, whereas when you get over here, it actually brings in a lot more of, I think it was 712, a lot more of 712 came in, so I actually ended up with 2 full pots of 3865 left over. But it was actually quite nice finishing on this bit because it felt like it went a bit quicker, and because I was excited to finish, that was okay. It was okay going quicker. So yeah, we've got the gorgeous tree with the little bits of ABs are in the baubles and on the eyes of the people, and the little bunny rabbit's tail has some ABs in it. And then the rest of the ABs were mainly the stars. There is ABs that twinkle all through the stars, and in with, well, what looks like it could be the moon or the earth from a distance. I try and lift, give it a few different angles. Maybe you can see the sparkles according to my light. I mean, the diamonds themselves are really sparkly, but it's even more sparkly with the ABs. So yeah, I Choose You is done. It is a 60 by 60 painting, so I may need to see if I can find a frame for this one, but regardless, I absolutely loved doing this one. It was so much fun to put together. It may have started for the November event, I may not have finished it until December, but I finished it before Christmas, so that's not a bad thing, is it? I just keep looking at it, sorry. I forget sometimes that I still need to talk because I'm on camera. I'm just admiring the painting for a moment. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me while I de-kitted this amazing kit and popped all my diamonds away. Stay tuned, of course, for the next large painting that I kit up following this one. And if you did miss my stash video, go back and have a look. I think that's the one that I'm actually going to do next, because of course the painting, my next large painting that I want to kit up needs to be included in my stash, because that video is going up first. So I think I'm going to wrestle a load of diamond paintings down off my wardrobe, because that is, I can already tell you now before doing it, it's going to be an epic video. I have probably let my stash grow far too big. Yeah, so I need to get a wriggle on with getting some done. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll speak to you all again soon.